Hey, welcome. It's Sharon Evans here, and I want to share with you something that is little known to those trying to do business with social media. And so that's a few secrets here today. I've got some very generic secrets, general things about your profile and about the way you create posts. For the most part, all of the different types of social media. And then after that, I'm going to dig in to getting you information about Facebook and LinkedIn, Pinterest, everything. Okay. So, why should you trust me? I've been on social media since 2002. Again, the very beginning of LinkedIn. And I have made my living and all of my business have been promoted through social media. Again, and I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube, but I have, found a way to make, people find my information just because they're doing a search. So let's just jump in and get started right away. So the first thing I want to share with you is just the real basic fundamentals of social media. And this is just the really big picture here. This is a push versus pull market. So a long time ago, we used to market to people by pushing them our information. So as little as 5 years ago, I'd send people postcards or direct mailers. You still get stuff every day in your mailbox. And it is some kind of flyer or postcard. And it's just a reminder, hey, wait a minute, I'm here. If you ever need your carpet cleaned or you need your, anything else, this is where you want to go. Or, hey, I'm having a sale right now. I'm going to show you today is a little bit more about pull marketing. So you're basically pulling people in by making your posts relevant to what they're looking for. So some information here, the one thing almost the most important thing I'm going to tell you today is all social media tools are keyword sensitive. And if you don't know what keyword is, just look at the page you're looking at. So right now, let's just say social media, if that was a keyword. So if somebody goes and types into their search bar social media, they're going to get a whole bunch of results. What if they were to type in fundamentals? Well, that's a little bit more of a generic term. But no matter what you're doing, let's just go back to that carpet cleaning example. If you type in carpet cleaning, you're going to get a whole bunch of results. So that's essentially what I mean. All of the different social media tools, they find keywords in your profile, in your posts, comments that you make on somebody else's post, inside the picture. So if you put some words around the pictures that you post or the video, that these are the types of things that get found. So that was really important, and I may remember to come back to here by the end of this. But anyway, so the real formula for your success is this: there are a lot of social media tools out there, and you are going to be, using these various tools. And I think I've just had a delayed print come through, and that's not going to stop. So what's going on? These are all the places that you're pulling people into your business. So this is like a magnet. If you post the right way and if you create your profile the right way. So if you do all this the right way, your money and your business will grow and it will prosper. So how you do this, really, all of us really want to attract leads. We want to attract leads in our business. And we also want to convert sales. So there's a whole bunch of steps that you're going to go through in between these 2 points. So, you've got a bunch of little stages in the road. And the first one is really you want to get contacts. You want to find people that want to connect with you. And so you may start off the very first time you get on here with your friends and your family. Then you're going to go out to your circles, and you're going to attract them. Then you're going to start attracting people from your community, And then everything else is going to be through your keywords or who you go after, or who you try to connect with. The second thing is you're going to capture them as a lead, and this is by through all of your connections, and really you're going to capture also their attention based on what you post. You can create the desire for them to know more about you and more about your business based on your posts. And ideally, you will engage them. You will get them interested in what it is that you have to offer. And finally, towards the end here, you're going to be establishing your credibility as you move along this pathway. And finally, you're going to call them to action. You're going to say, hey, if you really want this, go here, or do this, or do that. So, you're starting off by making some connections, you're creating your audience, and then you're capturing these leads and capturing their attention. You're creating desire in their hearts for what it is that you have to offer. You're engaging them in conversation on a day-to-day basis based on your posts and some of the things that you share with people in social media. You are establishing your credibility in what you're doing, and finally you are calling them to action. So now just think about this. We're going to go back to a little bit of that high level again. Your picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So pictures have an incredibly high demand on Facebook, and as well as on LinkedIn and some other places in social media. So ideally, where you can, posting a picture is always more successful than just writing something about what you're doing. Writing about what kind of salad you had today or whatever you ate at a restaurant isn't that interesting. But as soon as you post a picture of it, there's all kinds of people that start to get hungry for food just like what you showed, if that's the kinds of interest you have. So you see, you show that picture and then people want to come there, or they want to get this. The other things I want to share is that you're to post beside your picture on, in your various profiles is really what's going to pull people in. This is going to be the keywords that drag people in. And so if you much better than just I'm the CEO of something, or I do this, or I do that. So again, it's a little difficult to get away from that resume mentality. Now, the third thing is a little summary about what you do. And in some social media, it means a lot more to others. So if you think about how much real estate you have to share your profile on LinkedIn, there are a lot of opportunities for keywords and a lot of words and a lot of place for you to share your story. A little bit less in Facebook, but Facebook gives you a space where you can share, some pictures of yourself or about yourself. So, it's just spread out in a different manner. And again, the other social media, so your YouTube, most people don't care about the profile of whomever is posting in YouTube. And Pinterest, again, it's not as much of a concern. So that's where I'm really going to hit these top two as far as your posts. Finally, it's the keywords that are king. They mean the most because the search engines actually contain information from the titles on your videos in YouTube, the titles and the words in LinkedIn and Facebook. So what you're really going to do is you're really going to focus. If you really want to attract people into your social media world, it's going to be the keywords that pull them there. So just a little bit more about basics. Okay, so you've got about your profile. You've got a place for you to create a highline. And on Facebook, you've got a few options here. And as well as on LinkedIn, if you think about it this way, you can post and place yourself as an expert in something. So an expert in whatever keyword you decide to focus on. So who does what for which type of client, company or audience or the project. So really this is, and then you're going to be following this up by some sort of proof points. You can also claim a niche. So, essentially you are focusing on some keyword specific benefits or focus areas. For example, I, claim to be anti-aging specialist, because that's just one of the streams of income that I focus on. If maybe you're an internet marketing specialist and you're doing this for family-owned businesses that have revenues of 1 million or plus, so you've really set the the parameters around what somebody can do if they find you. Now you might be able to do something direct to your prospect. So exactly, for example, you're going to create some attention-grabbing question, in addition to who you are, who you help, and maybe your proof point, or an attention-grabbing question and free resource. So this is going to draw people in to get people to follow you or to get whatever you're offering somebody. Finally, you could, if none of these things apply to you, you may just have to get creative. So you may be, okay, I'm a copywriter who knows how to create web content that goes viral, or I create attention grabbing, whatever it is. So if none of these top three apply to you, you may not be an expert yet. You may not necessarily really have clearly defined that niche or have some kind of attention grabbing question. You'll get creative. You'll find some way of pulling people in. So, as far as your summary goes, ideally you are trying to create a magnetic profile. You are trying to create that profile that people really want to be near. So being engaging is really important. Also, writing your story in the first person. Not trying to write it from some other voice. Maybe you start with, okay, here's where I was. So here's where my challenge was. I was in risk or in danger of this. I saw these obstacles, and here's how I found success. Let me help you. So that might be the angle that you take. Now, you're probably going to want to have some kind of direction towards the target audience that you're looking to draw in. Please, 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 please don't settle on the audience of everyone. You really are looking for a specific group. Think right now to who are your best clients? Who are the types of people that really like what you have to offer? And finally, be clear on the next step. So what do you want these people to do? They can see your stuff, and it, other than hanging a sign and hoping for people to walk past your store, this is a little different. What do you want these people to do? Do you want them to give you their email? Do you want them to go to a certain place? Do you want them to contact you if they want to buy something? So again, be really clear about what you want that next step to be. Now, some of the things your profile's just got to have. Again, I mentioned keywords. Keywords were king. You really want to focus on the top 2 or 3 keywords that you want to rank for your profiles. So you really don't want to stuff this. Make it look real. I've seen people that just put keyword after keyword with no filler, and they get banned from either or some of the various social media networks. You really want this to read like a sentence. Make it really look real and read naturally. Again, even if you've got a couple of keywords that are a little bit difficult to form as a real good sentence or something compelling, go and find places that others have done this where it's compelling. And if you really want to take a look for what others do, if you hit your Control and your F key, or Command and F, depending on whether you're on Mac or PC, you'll be able to see a little place that shows up in your browser that gets you to search for a keyword, and then you'll be able to search on that page to see if it appears. And most likely it'll come up in yellow. So, how are you going to find your prospects? How are you going to consider what your peers are doing and then their interests? So first of all, you're going to search for your keywords. And something for you to understand is in most social media, something that they call hashtags really is just a keyword. So if you see # and then a word, that's the keyword that you're looking for. So if you go and you type in social media, or if you just type in Facebook, or let's say you type in carpet or carpet cleaner, something's going to come up. Something else, a great way to find prospects is through groups, and that's both on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Not so much maybe in in YouTube. Google, your Google profile, and who are you going to be your circles, and finding something that interests you. Joining these groups will better enable you to find who you're looking for. There, eventually there's groups, there's communities, and possibly you may want to follow certain discussions. And again, see who's saying what, and see what kind of things they're saying, and also see what kinds of keywords that they're using. Take a look at where they're putting their hashtags. Finally, some of the things that you can do to join, grow, or connect in your social media to make, to see that you have a larger group of friends. Make a goal for yourself. Decide how many connections you're going to make a day. Go and join the largest groups available and the communities that match your target, and then show the most engagement. So those are the ones that you want to join. And first of all, you are going to become somebody that I like to term as a lurker. You're just lurking around, kind of watching whatever people are doing, and then you're going to be inviting people to connect. Watch for people that really resonate with you, or people that you think may want to buy your product, and invite them to connect. And if that's difficult for you, there's a couple of ways out there. Toplinked.com or opennetwork.com. They are places that you can join, and you can get yourself added in no time flat. So how do you be engaging? Well, first of all, act really appropriately. I should have said really in there, but again, I'm trying not to be too Valley Girl like. So, you want to act like just as if you were face to face. So if you wouldn't say it if you were face to face with someone, you aren't somebody that you really want to post and say that. A lot of people use Facebook, or perhaps sometimes LinkedIn, or some of these other social media networks, to just rant, or they just feel like, putting out their feelings. I mean, I've been guilty of that. If I'm sitting in an airport and I've got nothing to do but look at my phone, I'm really frustrated with the airline I'm involved with. I may have put a post in the past, but again, this is just something you really don't want to do. You really do not try to be someone that you're not. And again, Facebook is absolutely full of people trying to act like people they aren't, and this isn't something that you really want to do here. You want to be offering thoughtful, helpful, and engaging posts. So whatever you can do to brighten someone's day or solve somebody's problem, these are the kinds of posts that you want to be known for posting. You want to be a resource for time, before you start into doing self-promotion. So if you think about it, you really, really want to think about the number of posts you're doing, and probably 8 times out of 10, or 80% of the time, you want to be really helpful. You want to make someone's life better. You want to make people think in a new way, or really get a good laugh. Compliments and praise are great. People, just to keep people thinking, or that people informed about something that's new on the horizon. And then 5 or 10% of that time, that's it's time for you to self-promote what you're doing, or what you're doing directly. Now, something you really shouldn't do is abuse people. Please don't ever abuse people. Oh my gosh, I see almost at least weekly, and if not daily, about people who have really gone out of their way to go hurt someone. Spam posting, don't be tagging someone unless there's a reason to tag somebody, and or commenting on somebody. I mean, just to get attention, it's not the place. So how you're to be engaging. So really, your engaging post blueprint. Think of those words. You really want to think about those words that you want to get known for, and then you really want to see what else is being liked, commented, or shared. So I'm going to go, eventually I'm going to go into my social media, and I'm going to show you just how to find this. But really what you want to do is you want to go and you want to search for what is in your niche, or the keywords you want to be ranked for. Do a search for those words, and then see the top things that come up, and see which ones had the most likes, the most comments, or shared the most. And again, following these types of things, you will find out what kinds of posts really get the most attention. And it shouldn't take you very long, but it could. And so you're going to want to do your research. Again, I wouldn't say that you need to be doing this before you start posting, but in the meantime, you can be really positive, be helpful, put hints about what it is that you do, and then really do your research. So something else that you can really, really be successful in, again, here's this same old diagram, or shouldn't say old, but you're really trying to get those leads. You're trying to capture them. So that means you're collecting their information so that you could contact them. And you can either contact them through an autoresponder or an email thread list, or you might be contacting them directly. And creating some desire in them, engaging them to take action in some direction, establishing your credibility and that call to action. Even if you have to print off this page, this is how you are going to get success through social media. Now, so I mentioned earlier that you really want to implement an 80% ratio of providing relevant. You might say 75%, whatever is easiest for you to count. You are trying to give away valuable content, valuable posts, thoughts, and you really do want to bond with people before you start thinking about asking someone to buy something. So think about all of these sales or these flyers. They are all saying, come here, buy this, buy that. There are people out here on social media that do this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And we just quick to turn them off. It's so easy to turn them off this way. So then, after you've done these things, you really want to try to be social in your conversion. Invite people to join you, or attend a webinar, or register for something free, or get a resource. Think about the fun aspect. People are on social media most of the time on their smartphone. So think about some fun aspect. If they're out somewhere where they're just trying to kill time, find a way to address their pain, their concern, or their logic, or their desires. That's going to get you success in social media. In summary, it's all about the timing. So again, early in the morning and later in the afternoon are great times for you to be posting. You're modeling the success of others. We don't want to copy them. You don't want to put the exact same words. Think about this and just tweak it slightly and make it your own. Be consistent, for good engagement. That's really key. If you only post every few days, or once a week, or maybe once only in the morning, you're only getting the people that actually look at their phones at that time. Your searching is your key, so you want to find, you want to connect with your target market, and you really want to be memorable and valuable. Be magnetic. Make people really interested in what it is that you're doing. Okay? And finally, you want to tell stories, share your wins, and be confident. Take a look at these successful people out there. Their posts are quite long. And so as you work up to this, you'll be able to post more information. Don't take the lazy way out and just post one or two things here and there. Every once in a while you can sprinkle in some pictures. But again, you really want to work up to posting something a little longer. So that's the end of this. And what I want to do now is I just wanted to show you, some information. So for example, I mentioned if I were to just type right here in Facebook and type the word Tony Robbins, I get his page. And, you'll find that he's gone and he's put whatever he wanted to on his page. And he may change this over time, but he's a public figure. And there are, I've obviously like this, but if you click on their about page, he's going to have something else. So he's said right here that he is a catalyst for change and a strategist for success. So he's decided what he wants to be, or his people have done that, and they have posted this on his page. I'm just having a little freezing problem here, and then I'll get back. Okay, here we go. So, he's gone in here. He's put his the basic information for Facebook, and don't forget put some websites, because people do want to contact you. He's got his 1-800 number. Again, he's called himself an entrepreneur, author, and peak performance strategist. And he's got his events, the types of things that he's got going on. So he's decided this is really important. If you think about Tony Robbins, he's got lots of events. People always talk about, going to go see him. He's got some pictures, and here he's gone and put them. If you take a look, he's got a lot of text pictures here. And finally, he's got, in his more section, he's got videos. He's got some link for his Pinterest and the kinds of things he likes. So that's what Tony Robbins has done. Now, let's say some other type of I guess, again, celebrity. Darren Hardy is somebody that I follow. I like to get his posts every day, and I like what he posts. He may put something a little different. So if you take a look at his post, this one's a little bit longer. He's got some information, and then he's got, again, daily he posts a really nice picture that has been muted out with some kind of words in front of it. Again, these are the types of things that I share just because I really like Darren Hardy. I like what he's about. If we take a look at what he's about, he is the publisher of Success Magazine, and he does a few other things. So I've seen him live several times, and I like what he does about productivity. So again, he's somebody that I follow. He's got in here his pictures, again, a little bit more in the way of pictures than Tony had, that's for sure. Come on. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's just move on here, because that'll be the easiest thing for us to do. And let's just say that we were trying to get noticed or really known as a, if you happen to have some other type of niche that you want to become known as expert. So let's just say that you are I typed in freelance copywriter, and this one I typed in Mike, whatever it is. See, Mike is a little different. He shows what he's doing. He's got his about, photos, likes, and videos, but he's got a little bit of a different angle. So you can actually see a lot more information. He's got, some different ads, and if I went up here, I believe that I'm still going to be able to find his website. So this is important. He's got a little bit smaller about section. And again, he could probably do a little bit better for himself if he filled this in a little bit better. I just, grabbed the first copywriter I could find just so that I could use this as an example. He's got, as in every other Facebook type person, they like to show what they like, or actually it's about what this page likes, and he's got actually a section about his videos, or he doesn't actually. So that's just that type of section. Here's one that is really selling something. So we've got a company here that they've got a featured video, and they've got all kinds of people that really like this. He's got videos that over 4,000 people like. So again, in this specific department, this guy is selling leads to multi-level marketing companies. And again, he's got, he went and put, you didn't have to leave you to doubt at all about what kinds of things that you want. So you phone this number and you get what he wants. So again, he's done, what he thinks he needed to do in order to get the business. I say that was the final example I want to give you. So I really did want to give you some secrets to social media. If you go and spend some time, create some profiles, and actually create a profile for yourself. Create a Word document on your PC and put down together what it is that you're planning to do and why you're doing it for your business, and you will actually use social media in a very successful manner.